Or let's unpack this.
Yeah.
We absolutely need to talk about Sinners 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Because when the sources started landing about this Ryan Coogler film, my first thought was just, wait, the Black Panther guy
Yeah.
doing this.
Right.
It kind of made me question everything.
Right.
So today, we're not just, scratching the surface. We're doing a full deep dive. We've got all this source material on the plot, the look, the cast, the commentary underneath it all.
And the mission here, really, for you listening, is to help you get why Sinners isn't just another vampire movie. Not even close.
Mm-hmm.
It's bold, it's totally original, a real genre bender that's already making waves. What's wild is how Coogler somehow stitched together things that just sound nuts on paper, like part From Dusk Till Dawn, part Dreamgirls.
I know.
And then, just 'cause, throws in a harmonica that summons a blood god.
And the craziest part,
Yeah.
every single source we looked at
Yeah.
basically said it works.
Yeah.
It somehow totally sings.
Yeah.
You read that setup,
Yeah.
and your brain just goes, okay, bonkers. Total train wreck waiting to happen. But then everyone agrees, it clicks. It just hangs together somehow.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, who even thinks of mixing that stuff up and then actually makes it good?
It's exactly that kind of high concept gamble, right?
Yeah.
You tilt your head, but then you're like, okay, yeah, this is the fearless stuff we've been missing. Cinema can still surprise you, still find new corners.
Totally. So let's get into it. The heart of this Southern Gothic thing, which, trust me, has extra hot sauce.
Okay.
So the core plot, right? It's these two brothers, Smoke and Stack.
Amazing names.
Yeah, fantastic names. Not a barbecue show, promise. They're going back to their Mississippi Delta hometown.
Yeah.
Plan is open a juke joint with stolen mob money.
Classic setup almost. Crime drama vibes. Coming home.
Right. Seems almost simple. Nostalgic, even.
But yeah, like you said, it's not your average homecoming. The sources paint this picture of their town. It's not peaceful at all. It's crawling with simmering voodoo stuff, these centuries-old Irish vampires who've moved in. And because apparently Coogler thought needs more chaos, the clan is there too. So it goes from a crime story to this insane minefield. Supernatural threats, real human evil. It's not just about the mob money, it's about surviving the night.
I mean, you start with the juke joint, stolen cash.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Then you find out there are Irish vampires in tailored suspenders singing folk songs.
Yep, that's in there.
My first reaction reading that was just pure, what the heck? And also, can I have more? It sounds so hilariously off the wall.
And that's where Coogler's genius really pops, that mix. It doesn't just, not fall apart. It actually comes together beautifully, creates this really unique tapestry. Feels new, but also super rooted in that Southern setting. The sources all kind of praise how he keeps that balance, stops it from just being silly.
Right.
And speaking of balance, the casting, wow.
Oh yeah, let's talk casting.
Coogler cast this thing like he was building, a Dream Blunt rotation and an exorcism team.
Great.
It's this amazing ensemble, really diverse, but it feels so authentic, so powerful. It's not just ticking boxes, It adds this richness, makes the world feel real, even with, vampires running around.
Absolutely. It feels like you picked them for their vibe, The chemistry, just electric. Okay, so shifting from the story threads to just the feel of it, how it looks, how it sounds. The sources are all basically screening that Sinners just oozes style.
Yeah.
Shot in 65 millimeter. Everyone says every single frame could be a poster.
Yeah, totally.
You pull any still and hang it in a gallery, you wouldn't look out of place.
In that 65 millimeter choice, it's not just tech flexing, it really adds to that distinct, almost touchable aesthetic. Makes it feel huge, epic, grand.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny for a genre mashup like this.
Sure.
And then the audio, just as big a deal, maybe bigger. Ludwig Göransson did the score. We love his stuff.
We do.
And the sources, they rave. The blues soundtrack apparently hits so hard, practically resurrects Muddy Waters. It's not just background noise. It's the Delta's heartbeat. The story's soul.
Oh, totally. The sources keep saying Göransson's score isn't just music. It's like another character, driving things, setting the mood, making your speakers earn their keep.
Yeah.
It's the kind of soundtrack you immediately want to find and just loop. And yeah, you heard right before. Sources confirm. Irish vampires, mid-bloodbath, bust out Rocky Road to Dublin.
It's true. It's glorious.
Nope, wasn't the bad sushi. It's real. It's amazing. That kind of weird detail just cements how unique this thing is.
It's those moments that make you lean in, right? Wait, did that really just happen? Can it happen again? Gives it this quirky charm, even with all the horror. A bit playful.
Speaking of things making you lean forward.
Yeah.
MichaelBJordan decided one-star turn wasn't enough.
Nope. Gotta have two.
He plays both twins, Smoke the calm, broody one, and Stack slick, chaotic, unpredictable.
Why hire one MBJ when you can have two, I guess?
Exactly. It's a big acting swing, and apparently he nails both, makes them feel totally distinct.
It really raises the question, though, like, why does one man get to play two dangerous, emotionally unavailable twins and still make it such a thirst trap? Right? Seriously, watching him, I don't know if I wanted them to kill vampires or bite me.
Oh my God, yes. That's the energy. PG-13 thirst, but still. It's almost unfair how captivating he is as both. Big testament to his range.
For sure. He's ridiculously talented.
But the star power keeps coming.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld plays Mary, and she's described everywhere as this awesome Southern firecracker.
Yeah.
Mean side-eye, and some serious musical chops, too.
Yeah, she gets this killer line about killing killers. Deserves its own Oscar, honestly.
Totally.
And what's great, looking through that sort of gender lens the sources mention, is she doesn't just survive the vampire apocalypse. She walks out with total main character energy, and somehow her eyeliner is still perfect.
Yes, that's resilience. That's a statement. She's a force.
Definitely.
And then, Delroy Lindo, the legend, just shows up, looks effortless, plays the harmonica like there's a magic wand, and drops one-liners like he's been waiting his whole life to sass a vampire. Just steals every scene.
It's got vampires, it's got voodoo, it's got Delroy Lindo turning a harmonica into a WMD. Honestly, what more do you want?
Exactly. What more could you ask for?
His presence just grounds everything, even when it's completely nuts. Adds that wisdom, that dry wit. He's fantastic.
Okay, so beyond the blood, the blues, the brawls, Sinners goes deep. Real cultural cuts, sharp social commentary. It's got layers.
Exactly. Connecting the dots from the sources, the movie's basically this huge cultural statement. The main metaphor, it's striking. Those Irish vampires aren't just drinking blood.
Right.
They're shown metaphorically sucking the soul out of Black American music. It's this really powerful symbol for cultural theft. You know, appropriation, commercializing Black art without credit. It hits hard.
And only Coogler, right, only he could make Irish vampires in tailored linen shirts feel like a metaphor for colonialism. And also kind of like a boy band.
Yeah, it's that mix, that blend of sharp critique and like slightly absurd visuals makes it land so hard, satirical, but also really sincere.
Yeah.
And the juke joint itself, the place the brothers want to build, it's way more than just a hangout. It becomes this battleground. Music, there isn't just music, it's a weapon, flat out. It's rebellion against the vampires, against the clan, against everything trying to crush them.
Wow.
When those guitar strings twang, when the blues fills the air, that's Coogler saying loud and clear, this is ours, you can't take it. It's about ownership, resilience, fighting back with the art itself.
And just to quickly hit that plot point, the sources highlight, the clan, they get eaten alive.
Yeah.
Very definitively.
Yeah.
It's stark, impactful, a pretty powerful narrative choice in context. A clear statement.
Makes a very clear statement, yeah. Given the history, the setting, it's not just action, it's symbolic justice in the story.
So with all these unique bits, the deep commentary.
Yeah.
Why did Sinners blow up? Especially when everything else feels like a remake or a sequel. Hollywood keeps rebooting everything. But Sinners just kind of showed up like, new IP. Who does it?
Right. And what's really interesting, looking across the sources, is how it cut through. Why it succeeded.
Yeah.
Several key things. One, totally original story, not tied to anything. Two, that deep, unapologetic Black cultural ownership in its DNA. Three, the visuals, that powerful aesthetic. And four, crucially, Coogler had creative control. His vision wasn't watered down.
And it wasn't trying to go viral.
Yeah.
It was art.
Exactly. And it trusted the audience, trusted you to be smart, to get the nuances, to appreciate something genuinely creative without needing a familiar brand slapped on it.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sinners made people care about something new, which these huge $200 million Disney reboots sometimes struggle to do. Meanwhile, somewhere, someone was probably greenlighting The Fast and the Furiously Still Driving, Part 12.
Probably called Lunar Drift or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the contrast is stark. It proves people are hungry for new ideas.
So what's the lesson here? For other directors, for studios, what can they learn from Coogler's approach?
The sources point to a few big takeaways, like stop sanitizing genre films till they have no bite left.
Yes.
Trust your actors with complex roles. Let music and culture actually lead the story, not just be wallpaper. And maybe the biggest one, take real risks. Coogler didn't pitch, focus group vampires, he pitched chaos with rhythm, a wild vision. And look, it paid off. Authenticity, originality, they can still win.
He really did. It's a masterclass.
Yeah.
How all those crazy elements just work together. It's kind of magic. And speaking of incredible elements, it's not all just deep thoughts and intense action. The sources love the humor too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about some of the funny bits critics picked up on.
Absolutely. Like the vampires themselves. Not just fanged monsters, but surprisingly fashion-forward, tailored suspenders.
I love that detail.
It's wonderfully absurd, darkly funny, elevates the whole thing.
And that scene, multiple sources called it comedy gold, where the band just keeps playing through a massive bloodbath.
Yes, the commitment, chaos erupting, and they're just focused on the gig. Hilarious. Shows that unique tone again.
Real commitment.
And we gotta mention the voodoo chicken that might be psychic.
Yes,
It's just one of those small, weird, memorable bits that adds another layer of delightful strangeness. Shows the film isn't afraid to be eccentric.
Okay, quick pause. This deep dive is sponsored by garlic.
Nature's oldest vampire repellent. And also, what I generously sprinkle on my popcorn, definitely.
All right, so wrapping up our deep dive on Sinners 2025.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not your average vampire flick.
Not even close.
A bold, genre-bending, politically savvy.
Yeah.
It's a banger with fangs and a killer beat.
It's wonderfully weird. It's totally wild. And yeah, it's insightful. Uses its crazy story to talk about real stuff, history, culture, resilience. Does it with wit, power, and that amazing rhythm.
So if you're into blood, blues, brawls, and biting social commentary, yes, pun 100% intended, you know we love it, then this one is absolutely for you. Our rating, got to be a solid 4.5 out of 5 garlic-drenched harmonicas.
Nice. And maybe something to think about after watching Sinners, or even just hearing about it. How can real artistic vision, when it's not totally boxed in by studio notes and focus groups, how can that not only reclaim important cultural stories, but maybe even fundamentally challenge and reshape what we expect from genres? Show us what's really possible.
Good question. This was the deep dive where fangs, facts, and film school dropouts meet.